Hello guys, episode 11. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Now, a wash and go, like we call it a curl set, is a set that is done from wet to dry. It means that whatever that you have whilst it is wet, that's what you're going to get when it is dry. So you don't want to do something different from what you want with your hair when it is dried on wet and when it is wet. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So we're talking about clumping and separation. So I'm gonna try and do it both ways so that the two people that asked the same question, I just want to make sure that I'm covering both of them. Now, if you want your hair to be clumped, make sure they are clumped when it is wet exactly as you want it, so that when it is dried you will have the exact thing. If you want them separated, you will have to do it whilst it is wet, so that when you dry it you get it the same way. So you don't get it clumped while it is wet and you expect some magic to happen when it is dry, or think that it's going to separate when it is dry. No, it's not going to happen. With me, one technique that I picked up from my stylist is that I pick a small section, a section that I can see through, and don't even think it's too small, because when it is small you don't have to do a lot of work, so you finish fast and then you move on to the next thing. I pick a really small section and then I smooth. I do basically smoothing when I am styling. Forget the styling videos. So I smooth until I can feel the curls on my fingers. You get it? And when it gets like that, then I go ahead to separate them. Now when I'm separating them, I'm not like yanking them apart, because the smoothing and working it right from the shampoo to the end styling, smoothing all the way through, will help it separate naturally, you feel me? So I just separate it really easily and then it just goes like that. That's what I do. So I kind of make sure, with me, I kind of follow how it naturally separates. But if you wanted to separate more than that or less than that, you're going to have to do all of that whilst it is wet. You have to be conscious of what you do to your hair whilst it is wet. If you want it to set this way, you're going to have to set it that way so that it lays like that when it is dry. So you just have to figure out the technique to do it in the wet state so that you get the exact thing when it is dry. I don't know if I've covered it, but I hope I have. It's basically all of that. If you are kind of getting frizz when you're separating too much, you have to watch your shampoo and conditioning technique, the shampoo that you are using, to make sure that you have smooth hair, your hair feels smooth from your shampoo all the way to the styling. When you do it right, you do it right. And mind you, this is a day 5 set and I am feeling it. God help me, I may not grow out my hair again. I'm loving this really nicely. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in episode 12. Bye.